Hey, what's up, y'all? CoolStoryBrobat here. I know, it's been a minute since I last put a video up, like 3.5 weeks. I'm sorry, but I have not fallen off of this. I am going to see this through to the end. We are in UU Open Round 2. This is TSR, great UU player versus Romanticist. Not much of a UU player at all from what I've gathered, but that has not stopped him from entering this tournament. Romanticist team here is actually in the sample teams thread. It's a team made by Free Roamer. You know, it's a solid defensive backbone of Mantine and Mega Steelix, but it also has some innovation. You know, he has fast, taunt, toxic, life score, life orb Weavile with poison jab, and Bugnium Z Swords Dance Caesar. From what I've gathered, this team is like kind of an like a counter team against like those Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales Hawlucha teams. Poison jab Weavile is able to lure and break down the Ninetales, and you know, Bugnium Z Caesar does a ton of damage with +2 Savage Spin Out, and Toxic Life Score is very fast and very annoying, and it cripples walls. Now TSR has a slight advantage here because he has Mega Sceptile, which Free Roamer even admitted was a big threat to Romanticist's team. And honestly, I think this battle is going to come down to how well Romanticist can play around that Mega Sceptile matchup, because it is kind of a headache to deal with. Like, nothing really wants to switch in on it, especially because it typically runs HP Fire for Caesar. Weavile can only revenge kill it, and Weavile can get worn down very easily. So, how well he can do this depends on how well he can play around Mega Sceptile. So, TSR leads his Crocodile, Romanticist leads his Caesar. He's going to switch out, go to his Glass Score, his Crocodile gets the rocks up. TSR is going to switch his Crocodile out, go to his own Caesar, predicting the Toxic. Surprisingly great play right there. Now, I'm not sure if TSR knows this is a sample team or not, or if he's just playing them really well. But either way, the threat is here. Sceptile is here. He's about to Mega Evolve. He's going to Giga Drain as Romanticist brings in his Caesar. So, Caesar is in here. He's going to HP Fire the Caesar, but Akaberry Caesar comes through in the clutch and kills the Sceptile with U-turn. I know TSR's got to be pulling his hair right now. That's very frustrating. Basically, you got counter teams. I mean, Free Roamer saw in the description that he even admitted Mega Sceptile was a big threat, and that Akaberry Caesar would be a great way to help the team deal with it. I just don't know if Romanticist knew that TSR was going to bring a Mega Sceptile, or if he thought it was just a good all-around play. But either way, the counter team was real, and now TSR is pretty much fighting an uphill battle from here on out. So, back to this battle here. He saw that he had some use for Cobalion left, so he's going to switch it out as Romanticist goes to his Weavile. He's going to have Caesar take this knockoff to the face. Caesar's going to bullet punch his Romanticist, goes to his Mantine. TSR is going to switch out. He's going to go to his Togekiss on his Mantine. Mantine gets the defog off, clears the field of Stealth Rock, which is very crucial right now. Crocodile's gonna come in. I guess he was predicting Romanticist to double switch, but he was not predicting him to go to Weavile. I think he was hoping he'd go to Steelix. Mantine's gonna come in on the Weavile, takes a ton from Icicle Crash. With those rocks up, that would have been over. So TSR's gonna go to his Crocodile on this Weavile. He's gonna take this knockoff to the face, but he does not survive the subsequent Icicle Crash afterwards, unfortunately. I don't think he really had enough health to go back to his Mantine either, so he's going to sack Caesar to the knockoff. Very unfortunate. He's going to go to his Mantine now to try to revenge kill the Weavile, but Gliscor is going to come in as Mantine uses Roost, and like I said, this is Taunt Toxic Gliscor, so this is going to be very annoying for Mantine to deal with, and if it wanted to, I think it could really actually stall out the Scalds, but Romanticist is going to just take advantage and just try to get his own Mantine in. He's gonna, as TSR double switches to his Togekiss on that play, Romanticist is going to go to his Steelix. He's going to nasty plot here. I really hope he's packing Fire Blast. I really do, because Togekiss could win this by itself if it does. He air slashes, but he does not get the flinch. Killed by a Heavy Slam. Very unfortunate. I think by this point the game is kind of closed out. Primarina comes in on the Mantine. You know it's Specs. You know what's coming. You know what's coming, and you know the Primarina is also low-key kind of a big headache for TSR's team to deal with. I mean, once you get rid of Sceptile, then, you know, it just becomes that much more of an issue as far as switching into it goes. So, yeah, Primarina's here. It's doing what, you know, Primarina typically does do best. Romanticist is going to go to his Mega Steelix here on this Cobalion, and he's going to take this close combat to the face and revenge kill this Cobalion with Earthquake, and that's a wrap for game 1. Now, if that Togekiss had Fire Blast, No, even though he didn't go for it, if he had it, I really don't know if TSR had it on his Togekiss or not. He could have, Air Slash was still a good play even if he had Fire Blast, because he could have gone for the flinch in case Steelix tried to not Mega Evolve, just to hold on to Sturdy, just to take a Fire Blast. So, you know, you could have flinched them, broke Sturdy, and then went for Fire Blast after. And that would have pretty much allowed TSR to try to sweep back. Or if he would have got just several flinches off in a row, Togekiss could have taken this game back for TSR. Unfortunately, he didn't. So let's check game 2 and see if his luck is any better. Game 2, Romanticist brings the same team again. TSR brings some whole new heat to the field. I feel like I've seen this team before. I really wish I did like a little background research to make sure if somebody else had made this team or not. I can't remember at the moment, but it does look familiar. But anyway, team analysis here. Now, Circuitry is a big threat to Romanticist's team if this is like Tail Glow with Grass Knot. Like, dude, like that should win the game by itself if it's that set. It practically does, because Romanticist is using a bulky offense team, and his fastest mon is Weavile, which, you know, TSR has a Scizor. I mean, and a Mega Swampert if need be. I mean, just on that alone, you know, you would think that, you know, Circuitry and Scizor are all he really needs to win this game, but, you know, TSR still has to play around the Primarina. That is a nightmare to switch into, and, you know, but fortunately, unless Latios is like Scarf and locks in a Draco Meteor or something, then Primarina at least won't have too many things to switch in on. It typically might not even be seen outside of just switching into Revenge Kill something, because TSR's team is very offensive. So really, I think what this is going to come down to is how well Romanticist can deal with the Circuitry and Scizor combination. If he can get those guys out early, let's see what he can do, and if his innovation is up to snuff. So TSR leaves with Circuitry, knowing the big threat it is. He's going to switch out on the Primarina as Romanticist goes to his Gliscor. I mean, he goes to his Swampert here. Now, he's just gonna try to go for Stealth Rock. Unfortunately, he can't get the Stealth Rock off. Takes his Earthquake. That did a lot, so that's a very offensive looking Scizor right there. TSR goes to his Aerodactyl. You know, looking like a rough outing for the first couple turns of this battle for TSR, but he has Aqua Tail Aerodactyl. Thank goodness, which helps to get rid of Gliscor for Circuitry later in the game. So, wow, he just let his Gliscor die to that Aqua Tail. That's freaking crazy. I would have, like, I don't know what I would have gone to, honestly. Maybe Scizor, yeah. But Scizor comes in to Revenge Kill this Aerodactyl after it has killed the Gliscor. The Swampert comes in on the Scizor. He gets the +2 Savage Spin Out. I told you it does a lot, but this time, I guess he switched the item over. He switched the item over between matches. That's crazy. So, Z Thunder Latios is going to murder that Primarina. Wow. Good stuff, TSR. Nice lore. Romanticist is going to go to a Steelix to Revenge Kill the Latios. Fire off a Draco Meteor at this thing. Nothing really wants to switch in on this Mega Steelix, so I can see why he'd just stay in to just drop Draco Meteors. And plus, you know, Latios has kind of served his purpose now that it's lured the mess out of Primarina and Gliscor is dead. So, he's going to just keep dropping Dracos until Romanticist goes to a Scizor. He's going to switch out, go to his Circuitry, but he misplays and takes the U-turn to the face, and that's very unfortunate because Circuitry is now severely weakened. Stealth Rock is up on the field. It's looking questionable as to how soon TSR can remove rocks. The Aerodactyl comes in on the Weavile. You know, he pretty much has to sack it to Weavile to get something in safely. He's going to go for his Togekiss, actually. He's going to go for Togekiss. Take the Icicle Crash, but it's Yoshberry Togekiss. Get out innovated, son. Catch him with the Aura Sphere. Anti-Weavile countermeasures right there. I love it. I love the innovation in these games right now. Scizor comes in to Revenge Kill the Togekiss with Bullet Punch. TSR brings in his own Scizor. Switches out, goes to his Latios. Now, I figured out that he was actually expecting that Scizor to use Superpower, but it didn't happen. Latios tries to hit a Thunder, but it misses. Scizor's pretty much going to punch his Latios in the face. It's looking kind of rough right now, especially with that misplay and then missing Thunder afterwards. TSR inevitably kind of choked the game out because he overpredicted, and that's going to severely cost him. Like, he has his own Scizor use Superpower as, you know, Romanticist goes to Mantine, but it's not really going to be enough. You know, he takes the Skull, it gets burned, vastly unfortunate. he's just gonna keep superpowering. There's nothing else he can really do here. Like, taking that U-turn with Xurkitree was a big loss for him, because if that Xurkitree was healthy right now, it would pretty much be winning the game right now. But this is kind of how the battle's gonna go out, I guess, and that misplay on top of missing Thunder, like I said, that just really hurt TSR. It kind of hurts to watch, unfortunately, because he really had the matchup advantage both games. Well, I mean, game 1, he got lured. You know, game 1, he kind of got out-predicted. Game 2, he over-predicted on that one, and that's what kind of cost him. And plus, the Savage spin-out was unexpected. He switched the Akaberry off Caesar and went with the original Buggy Z, which was great. So, you know, kudos to Romanticist for sticking with the innovation, making the mid-game adjustments. That's what I like seeing, because these replays I've seen so far, people might use the same team in game 2 and not really change anything around. You know, Romanticist actually did that. That's something you always have to look out for. So, you know, great game, both of you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite. Stay tuned for the next UU Open video. It will come soon. Peace.